So this is a 10-string Kaler right here. Okay, we make them from 4 ukulele all the way up to 10, and any Kaler that is a flat mount can become a multi-scale. We make a plate for these to rest on. Now, the important thing is that all multi-scales are different. There's going to be a spot where it's completely flat and then it's going to transition. Maybe it'll transition only one way or whatever, but we can use a combination of these different things to make this fit any multi-scale at all. And that's from 4-string to 10. And all that math is figured out by Gary Kaler.
The man.
Oh, he is the man.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, bass whammy bars. There's a multi-scale, either a 5 or a 6-string. It doesn't matter. If you want it wide 5, there you go. Okay. Tight 6, there you go.
Billy Sheen got one, you know?
Yeah, there's a poster right there. Right over there.
There we go. Nice.
And this is from like 1985.
Yeah, I thought I had heard that he had it very early on. Yeah. And he still has it, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I talked to him as well. Wow, look at,
this right here. These are the color series from the 80s.
Yeah.
There are a couple in here that, well, we'll just ignore that one right there for legal reasons.
Gotcha.
But this stuff down here, this is all Brass Factory stuff that we made for Fender back.
That's what I had back in the day.
Yeah, this that's new old stock from the 70s. We made that for Fender. All kinds of things made for Fender. Made this for Fender.
Solid too, man.
These things for Fender. So many different things. In fact, we currently make the Jakey Lee hardtail for his Charvel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Man, I dig it. Oh, is that?
Which?
That's my buddy.
Schenkel?
Yeah.
You know David?
Yeah, I do. I'm like, wait a minute, I know him. That's David.
Gary loves that guy.
Yeah. He's a great dude, too.
Yeah.
Great player, obviously, Man of War.
Oh, yeah, David Schenkel's just amazing.
He's badass, man. This is soup, dude.
Oh,
yep, there he is again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, we love David. He's, if you ever want to talk to somebody who's actually going to give you every reason why Kalers are great, David Schenkel.
He's one of them, yep. And then Mike Smith.
Yeah, the Tapping Ninja? No, that's a different guy.
He's my Hungarian friend who's, and everybody over there really loves him, too. So.
Haha, you're going to see something about those vans here in a little bit.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a good thing. Here's the warehouse.
Yes.
Okay.
This is awesome.
This is awesome. Okay, so check this shit out. So this is how we keep everything organized in all these different bins, in these rows, in these carousels. And if you look here, you can see all these bridges are getting ready to be packaged and shipped out and different things like that. They'll go all over the world. Over here are 2 things that are very, very important. That is Gary Kaler's personal workshop where we're constantly doing R&D. We have probably about 5 or 6 different R&D things that we can't talk about right now because they need to be protected by patent. This right here is where every single Kaler is assembled by one guy who has been doing it since the late 70s.
Wow, still around.
Still around, doesn't want to go anywhere. He chases every single thread. He puts everything together. And then Harley, our ridiculously muscular power lifter that you walked right past, he's the last QC as he's packing up the stuff. But yeah.
So very little inconsistencies.
No, almost none.
Right.
There's only been one time that Kaler was made briefly anywhere other than at our shop where guys have been making them since the 70s. And that was under a lot of pressure from OEMs to drop prices. Gary did find a lock maker in China, sent them all the prints and everything. They did a real good job, but this is an American company.
Not to his standards or
Nah, it wasn't that. It was just that
Stay American.
It's an American company.
Awesome.
And the OEMs didn't give a fuck anyway.
Right.
So, you know, it was like, I did all this for you, and now you're still not happy? Okay, screw you. All right, fine, whatever.
Glad he stuck to his guns.
Yeah. Well, come on in here, and I'll show you some stuff.
All right.
All right.
You got swag here too for sale, or?
No, all the stuff we do is print on demand so that we
Okay.
can. Although you'll leave with some stickers and some crap.
Okay.
These things right here have just been used for whatever in the past, or like nothing here is really that great or that fancy. What we'll probably wind up doing is coming up with some sort of worthy cause to donate this stuff to, maybe underprivileged kid that
That's what
can't
I
afford
do
a
here
guitar.
too. This is pretty cool.
Well, it looks a lot better.
Yeah,
than
what's
it
the
really
neck is? Yeah.
It's not that great.
Gotcha.
Now, we do have some bodies that were actually made for Gary by Grover Jackson.
Yeah.
Up on top of the carousels, because Grover and Gary are really good friends.
Yep.
They've been good friends for going all the way back to the
I was gonna
70s.
say probably 50 years. Yeah.
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 It's really something. All right. This is my dominion here. We enter into the green room.
Frank Zappa's first up. I love it.
Fuck yeah, Frank
Rush,
Zappa.
dude. Fuck yeah. You know it.
Absolutely Rush.
Old PV.
Iron Maiden.
Maiden. You know, there's the gig tonight at Vamped. Matter of fact, Aces High is playing.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Oh, dude, I have things to do. Otherwise, I would go.
Oh, the Atari, man. I love
ColecoVision.
Can I move in? That's what I had too. ColecoVision, dude.
NES,
Original Atari, yeah.
Intellivision.
This is legit, man.
Fuck yeah. We don't fuck around at Cable,
No,
man.
you're not, man.
Oh,
damn.
those are the Atari games. Then,
You're taking me back to my childhood, man.
well, that was
I'm getting emotional.
that was the whole point. Hey, you notice you and my friend here have the same,
Yes.
the same
Eddie's got the
taste in
gig.
foot apparel.
Yeah, man. I got originals still in the box from 1980. They're worn, but I kept
Nice.
them in the original box. I'm that guy.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and the arcade game over there, it does work.
Dude,
I just haven't turned it on. 60 classics.
I'd be like, man, can I buy it? But you ain't selling that.
Oh fuck.
No, this is legit.
Yeah. Now, in here, this is the only disappointing room because it's not fully together yet.
Disappointing. Listen to you.
But
What's so disappointing about this?
it's not fully set up. It's not fully set up.
Now, what is it? What's this used for?
This right here is
Or
going
going
to
to
be
be used for?
This is going to be used for artists, be they rock stars, people that are coming through, whatever, and they can we can record live performances in here.
That's smart. A stream, live
Yeah.
streams.
Oh, we can stream them. We can record them. We can do whatever.
I'm gonna want to talk to you about that when this is ready.
Oh yeah. No, it's coming, and
This is not disappointing to me because I know what's going on.
well, that's good.
And instantly with that kit, nothing disappointing
Oh,
there.
I'll tell you what. Both those kits are ridiculous when you see them fully set up.
Right?
This right here is the money shot, as they say in the adult industry.
I can see already. Didn't not. Whoa! Hello. Oh my.
Now, yeah.
Oh my.
Here at Kaler, we pretty much make it our business to live rock and roll every single motherfucking day.
Bumper sticker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go zoom in on some of this stuff.
Oh, feel free, man.
Oh my god. The boys.
My
from
whole,
Bay.
yeah, my entire idea when I first started creating this at my house was I quit drinking and I wanted to that movie Happy Gilmore where they're like, go to your happy place. I was like, I want my happy place to be real, not imaginary, and I want to own it.
And this is the happy. Are these all your guitars or?
A lot of them, most of them.
RG Charvies, my goodness.
That Badlands right there, that is the absolute last guitar in the run of the first 50 Badlands. It was supposed to be Philip McKnight's. It's
Oh my god.
pretty well documented.
You know you're killing me with this stuff, right?
Well, you know.
We talked online, but this, oh my goodness. You knew I would like this.
Now I want you to notice something. Absolutely no bridges up here are Kahlers. They're all Floyds, Ibanez Edge, something else. Oh, no, I take that back. This one right here is a Kahler.
The one.
But the reason why is because in order to be able to claim that you make the best, you have to know what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to take apart the other ones, re-engineer them, all that.
You got to do all that.
Would you ever maybe think about getting rid of this bad boy?
Hell no. That actually is going to have something very special.
Okay, cool.
But
you know why I asked one of them anyway. There's a lot of nice guitars in here.
Oh, there are a lot of nice guitars in here.
But man, reverse Charvy, people are going to see this and go a little bonkers.
Oh, they'll go nuts.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy one. Almost nobody remembers these things.
Yeah.
The Kubicki Factor.
Yeah, man.
With the drop
yeah,
right
man.
there.
Oh yeah.
This thing.
That's a beast.
When I first saw this, I saw a picture of it and I was like, I don't care how good it sounds. I don't care how great it plays. That's ugly. I'll never own one. And then I played one and it was like, It's so beautiful. I must have it.
That has happened to me with some things. I said, well, I'm not going to do that, but I got it and went. Now I get why the buzz is so big with everything.
Yeah. So now we get back over
goodness.
here to the podcast area.
I didn't know you did podcasts.
Oh, yeah, we do podcasts, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, these right here, I actually did a video about Glenn Fricker's Pickups Don't Matter, featuring these two guitars because they're identical, except this one has industry standard DiMarzios. This one has industry standard Duncans. And I have a blindfold, and I have challenged many people to, can you tell the difference? Put on this blindfold. You got a 50-50 shot. Never had any takers.
I bet. I'm not taking it.
Right.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just, and a nitro as well.
Oh, yeah.
I love all the focuses, of course, but everything you got here is quite up my alley, as you've probably heard and seen.
Oh yeah, no. Hey man, I'm a Gen X '80s kid raised on hose water and neglect. Man.
Okay.
The only thing I could always count on consistently was my fucking guitar. This is what I live for. And what are you looking at the Valkenburg there?
Oh, everything. Yes, the Valkenburg.
So, the Valkenburg is actually that's made by Six Gun Daniel Margoza.
Oh, it is. But 6 cents. Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to put one of our Steeler Professionals on there, and it'll be for sale along with a few others at the Las Vegas Guitar Trade Show.
Coming up? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the one last year?
Not only did we go,
but you got Best of Show.
We won Best of Show.
Hell yeah. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
And so when's the podcast on then?
Every Saturday at 10.
Okay. I'm going to start jumping on that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then, we've got a few things over here, kind of like little paying homage here and there. My commercial deep sea diver helmet from my past career of 25 years.
You were really?
I was a commercial deep sea diver in the Gulf of Mexico, fixing oil platforms and shit. Yeah.
Wow, that's a serious job,
certifications.
Bro. Holy crap.
And things like that. And then
steal everybody, dude.
On Gary Kahler's side, you notice those two rackets over there, those racquetball rackets.
Is that Bjorn?
Huh?
Is that Borg or who?
That is that's Gary Kahler. He was, when he was I think 62, world champion racquetball player. He was actually first in the senior Goodwill Games and either first or second in the senior Olympics.
I remember hearing about that once.
Gary Kahler's he is a total American badass. He is like guitar John Wayne. He punched a guy out on the bullet train in Japan for lipping off to him about his fucking bridges.
Wow. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never talked to him because he would have probably punched me out, but now I've changed my tune. So.
He's a real nice guy.
Yeah.
He really, really is.
Well, I'd probably punch somebody out too, though, if they said something bad about the bridge that I created. So
this is his life's work too. So this right here, this is the recording studio. This is the we've got 16 ridiculously high quality preamps. There's a keyboard under there, and right now I'm just chaptering the podcast that's tomorrow. And I don't know if you've seen this, but let's see if this is now. Okay, so that's a tune, right?
And that's the one that I had back in the 80s. Yeah.
Now that was a lot of abuse.
Yes, it was. And barely the G's, barely out. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's solid. now, because of this is what I had in 83,
Right.
84-ish. Yeah, dude, this is not at all the way it was set up. Dude, they did not know how to set them up back then,
Setup
correct?
is everything.
It truly is. Mine
Setup
was
is
so soft.
everything.
I couldn't. This is.
It really is. I mean, you can.
Now I
you
wished
can
I would have
flutter
kept
that
it.
all day
I was
long.
on an 83 Pacer, and
Yeah.
I sold it because I couldn't figure it out. But I was only 14, and I didn't know how to figure that shit out yet.
Check this out.
That's badass, dude. I'm
So
not gonna lie.
for the Floydy people, right? This is our absolute flagship. This is the Steeler Professional. And there are all kinds of great things about this. It's double locking and all that stuff. But here's the coolest part. This is an option for either of our Steelers, this part right here. Now, when I move the bridge, or when I move this and I point it at the
Now
ground
it's
like
unlocked,
that,
right?
and now it's locked.
Oh, it's locked that
You
way.
see it?
Okay. Yep. This
So,
is the one I was wanting. Yeah. Hardtail almost. Yeah. And then when you lock it up, yeah, that's
yes,
butter.
it really is.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, on the other side, we have
I like how you're doing it.
the Steeler Traditional. Now, this one right here has what we call our Godiva block in it. And the thing with the Godiva block, I can actually show you this better with, oh, no, that guitar's at the house.
Okay.
Okay, so right there is where that would normally stop, right? Because you're hitting the body. But we can go even further than that. And once again, flutters like crazy.
I love it.
And I'll show you why. Here's why. Let's see. Let me. I just got back from the NAMM show.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how it went.
Oh,
very
went
well,
really,
right?
Really good.
Are you converting some Floyd guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Constantly.
You're talking to one.
There's the Godiva block.
Oh shit.
Looks like kind of like the side profile
I like
of
the little S in it. Yeah.
of a woman if she were a robot. So anyway, the reason you can pull up further on it is because we contoured that out of there so that it will go beyond where it should be able to. And in order to dive this all the way, you actually have to turn the bar backwards and go like that because that just gives you so much room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is
Makes
cool
sense.
too. All Kaler 2300 cams are either right or left-handed. And this guy's left-handed, so there was nothing special about
This is a beauty too.
a bridge. Oh yeah, this is made by Halo. They do
it's a
such
Halo,
good
okay.
work. Let's see. Yes. Here are our big brass blocks. Okay, so everybody has one of these things. I am not a fan because these limit your travel because they're just a great big huge rectangle of brass. However, we do not use bell brass
Okay.
because bell brass is a complete bullshit industry term that is not real. It is something that is made up. We use 360 half hard free machining brass. You can look that up and actually see what it is. Can you look up bell brass on a call sheet from a metal supply company? No.
No, they probably won't. Yeah.
No.
They don't want you to know.
No. Well, that's, probably what they're using is like 200 series brass, which is decorative. This is the stuff that works best with machining, and it's because of the blend of copper and tin. Anyway, there's a Godiva, there's a blunt fatty. If you want all the brass, that is an option for you. If you want all the travel, there you are. This is one of the coolest things, though, that Gary Kaler came up with. And my first thought was, why didn't anybody else come up with this before? It makes no sense to me. So you know that all blocks for Floyd's, you damn well better know what you've got, a 32, a 37, or a 42. If you get the wrong one, or if you shimmy your neck and angle it, or something like that, that can drastically change what size block you need. Well, not with a Steeler, because all of our big fat brass blocks are 32, and then 34. We've got right there these two things are little, we call them the BS plates, the brass stackers, right?
Yep.
These are also made out of 360 half hard free machining brass, and they're 5 millimeters apiece.
Oh.
So 32,
37,
42.
That's brilliant.
And
in my opinion, like,
that's,
everybody.
It's like, and this took this long for somebody to figure out why.
Well, they wanted to sell blocks.
Yeah.
Okay, that right.
You know, the thing is, though, what I think personally is that, you know, you mentioned Frank Zappa. I don't know if you know this or not. Steve Vai was his transcriptionist way back when.
You played with him when he was like 17, yeah.
He played with him when he was 20 because he transcribed for him. Frank said, "You want to try out for the band?" And he was like, "You realize I'm only 18." And Frank was like, "Oh, forget about that."
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then he told him his tone was shit too.
Yeah, he said that you're a great player, but your tone sounds like an electric ham sandwich. And
so I'm assuming you saw him a lot.
Steve Vai?
No, well,
Zappa? I wish I did
saw him
not.
Once. 84.
That
was amazing.
Great.
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Gary feels the same way about his bridges as Frank did about his music when Steve went up to him and said, "Hey, if I transcribe your music this way, then you will actually make more money off of it because of the amount of pages it'll take." And Frank said, "No, do it the regular way. I don't need to make my money that way."
I didn't know that part.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Do you know the story about Steve's audition?
I've read it. But
Big. I'm a big fan of both Steve Vai and Frank Zappa. Too. So yeah. So anyway, what Frank said to him was, he was like, "Okay, play this," and it was some random sequence of notes. And Steve was like, "Okay," and he was like, "Okay, now add this note." "All right. Now add this note." "Okay. Now play it in 7/16. "Okay. Now play it reggae." "Okay. Now add this note." And Steve looked at him and said, "That's impossible." And Frank looked back at him and said, "Well, I hear Linda Ronstadt's looking for a guitar player."
That's not, I remember that. That's the portion I remember. See you later, kid.
So then Steve went up after everything and apologized for wasting Frank's time and saying, like, I hopefully, you know, you still want me to transcribe for you and whatever. And Frank just looked at him and went, "Dude, you're in the band." You know,
just messing with you.
Yeah.
Frank.
It's like, that's just, I imagine you would really, really have to almost be able to speak like Zappa, just to be able to communicate with the guy, right?
That's why I see it. Like, Zappaism is almost alien.
Yeah, he really is. You know what? Let me show you something since we're talking about Steve Vai.
And I love Dweezil just as much, if not more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dweezil is, you know what? I have not met him yet, but I'm friends with people that are friends with him. And I bet it'll happen someday.
I hope so.
At the house we have for artist relations, coming out of the bathroom, I have a framed copy of the poster of Frank sitting on a toilet.
I love it, man.
So anyway, the very first time that I met Steve Vai does not know me at all. He would not remember me. But it was the CD Real Illusions Reflections. Yep. I opened up the thing and the pass fell out. And I felt like, you know, Willy Wonka. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to go meet Steve Vai. And so I went back and I told Steve, I was waiting towards the back because I had something real important for him to sign. I had a very good friend that was an amazing guitar player, and we just loved Steve's music. And I went and I got a copy of Passion and Warfare the minute the store opened the day it came out. Raced to my friend's house and got there and went, hey, look what I got. And he was like, my God, have you listened to it yet? And I said, it's still in the plastic,
here we go,
man.
bro.
And he said, let's smoke a lot of dope and freaking listen to it. And I was like, now you're talking. You know, and so we're in, you know, Western Washington, which is like legendary for their University of Washington Cancer Research Bud.
Yep.
So we get to the very end of the thing, and my friend looks at me and says, do you still have your wah pedal? And I was like, of course I do. What a weird thing to ask. And he said, I will trade you your wah pedal and this for my copy of Flexible Leftovers.
Wow.
It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Done, but you're stupid. I'm screwing you. I'm gonna go buy another one of these. And he said, yeah, well, as you know, and this is the turning point here. As you know, I was just diagnosed with leukemia, and if I don't make it, I want to know this record was taken care of properly. So, back to getting the pass. I pack up, fly back to Seattle. I go up to Steve with the record. I tell him the story, and I say, you know, he said that I was the guy for the job to take care of it.
Oh, you signed the Flexible, dude, and shut that.
I asked him to sign it to him, and he wrote that.
Son of a bitch, bro.
What an amazing guy. The next time that I met Steve Vai, there was a kid out front. It was like right at the tail end where I was like, I need to quit drinking. And I was drinking. That boy, was I ever. It was the Passion and Warfare tour, the 25th anniversary.
Oh, the recent one. Okay.
And the bar had made this drink called an Alien Water Kiss. And
You don't remember anything after?
I remember that it tasted really good the more you drank.
Yeah.
And then I walked out, and there's this kid in a wheelchair with a guitar. And he was probably about 16, 17. And just standing there, and I was like, did you bring the guitar for Steve to sign? And he said, no, I don't like to be that far away from it right now. And it was like, really? Well, what's going on? And he said, they're testing my bone marrow right now. I might have leukemia. And I was like, oh, fuck, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, pretty drunk, I said, wait here, I'm nobody. Actually, there's something else. We were sitting there, and he was trying to lighten the mood. He was like, you know, I got to jam with Rob Halford. And I was like, no way, how'd you do that? And he was like, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Oh, yeah. Fuck.
I'm sick now.
So I was like, just wait here. I'm nobody. But let me see if maybe Steve will come out. And I somehow walked past security that was throwing everybody else out. You know, they say God takes care of small children, drunk people, and fools. You know, so I get in there, and I managed to ask him to come out. Steve says, wait by the tour bus. And it was amazing because he came out, he spent a bunch of time with this kid, signed the guitar, all this other stuff, which is a perfect segue into the third time that I met Steve Vai.
Lucky. I've not been able to meet the guy.
Let me direct your attention to this. The Squishy Guitar Project is what I was involved in before Kaler. And Rexy Lab is my own personal little channel that has kind of taken a backseat now, but there's a lot of great information on setup stuff on that one. Squishy is a nickname of the little girl riding the dinosaur. She has 9 rare diseases.
Dang.
4 of them are terminal.
Jeez.
One day, I was sitting there talking to her mom, and we came up with this idea. Her mom came up with the idea to make custom guitars for terminal kids, and it was going to be her daughter's living legacy. That guitar right there, the one with all the paint on it,
that one
kind of
badly.
crazy, looks a lot like the Partridge Family bus. That right there is based on the thing that started it all, which is this this thing that she painted right there, right?
Oh, shoot. Let me check it out. Oh, okay.
So there she is. She drew on the wall. Her mom stopped herself from yelling, "You can't write on the wall," because I mean they got a crash cart in their house and all this stuff. Like she minute to minute, it's whatever. So her mom set up for her to paint on this, and so then that gave me the idea to have her paint this guitar.
So it's painted by her.
Now this one was not painted by her, because what we wound up doing was we wound up. This is a prototype for one that we were gonna sell, or just maybe any number of things, and that wound up not working out. But the poster of the kid right next to it, that is the very first person that we ever did a custom guitar for. That kid right there is one of 85 people in the world with a really, really rare brain disease.
Man.
Gave him autism as a side effect. Now you see Seymour Duncan and Hipshot, D'Addario, all these different companies, they all came together to help us build this kid a guitar. And this guitar right here is like, that's representative of that charity when it first started. The cool thing about this is that every single color on here represents one of her rare disease ribbons. Like, there's MBD5 gene deletion, epilepsy, mitochondrial disorder, so many different things. Even the zebra tuner buttons. Zebra is the awareness ribbon for rare diseases. Yeah, and you see the little squishy guitar project in partnership with Rexy Lab. And then on the front, instead of Fender, it says Alexandra. It's a squishy caster.
I like that a lot.
Her mom calls her warrior T-Rex princess. This little girl knows more about dinosaurs than anybody I've ever met.
Crazy.
And right there where it would, say original contour body, it says what she says on the when she hangs up the phone. Bye-bye, love you. Yeah. So,
that's sweet.
And you know what? Because this right here represents Rexy Lab, which is how I quit drinking. See, when I was a diver, I made just a shit ton of money, but everything was like very, very selfish. But I grew up very, very poor. And I was shocked to find out that like all the things I ever dreamed of would not bring me happiness. And so then I started... When I quit drinking, I started Rexy Lab, and my whole idea was to make the world a better place, one guitar at a time. Then I met Squishy's mom, and we started the Squishy Guitar Project. So this is very Rexy Lab and Squishy Guitar Project, but now, because I mean, you'd really have to meet Gary. We unfortunately, we've got a lot going on right now, but you will. But the only thing missing, I'm going to put a Kaler on here.
Yeah.
And just like
dude.
Just like
I
that
love it.
white Strat that we're giving away, this has the same electronics, which is coil tappable single coils. Down like that, it's full output, like P90. Up, it's vintage. This is not a 5-way switch. It's a 10-way switch. So this is a 20-tone guitar.
Isn't that what's the wiring?
It's a freeway switch, is what it's called.
But the wiring pattern, what's that called?
There,
is it like the old Fender, like...
down here, it's your standard Strat wiring. But then up like that, it's a bunch of crazy stuff that only they came up with. Like that one right there is these two in series. This is reverse wound, reverse polarity. So essentially bridge humbucker. Right there, it's all three in parallel. Right there, it's these two in series, which is the 4-way tele-mod. Right there, it's these two in parallel, which is the middle tele switch. But because it's vintage right here, if I put it down like there and it's more of a P90 output with these in parallel, it's more like a Les Paul Jr. And then up there like that, it's these two in series with, so neck humbucker.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And once again, either vintage output or like just insane modern output. And look at the size of those pole pieces, man.
Yeah, no,
They're huge.
I was looking at that.
And you know what? Seymour Duncan gave us the pickups.
That's a good idea to do.
Yeah, Duncan gave us the pickups. Graphtech gave us the
Graphtech,
ratio
yeah.
locking tuners. D'Addario gave us the strings. I can't say enough good things about these companies. And we've recently, at Kaler here, I don't know if you know this or not, but you know about our Glenn Tipton Strat? Okay. So you see the video with Glenn Fricker?
I don't think I've seen that.
It thing's got almost 100,000 views in 2 weeks. We made a replica of Glenn Tipton's black Strat, the Fierce Strat.
Yep.
And it's being auctioned off to raise money for Glenn Tipton's Parkinson's research.
Awesome.
It's fully in cooperation with Judas Priest. They know about it. They love it. They're behind it 100%. We got to go in and meet them. In fact, I think, yep, there's my after show pass right there.
Nice.
You know, that was really cool.
Keneally.
I love Mike Keneally.
Yeah, man,
He's
of
one of
course.
my favorites.
Bye, guy.
Yeah, man. This right here, though, while the Strat itself is in Canada with Fricker right now, and he's putting it through the paces, this right here, he didn't want to take responsibility for this at all.
Oh, yeah, man.
This is the pick guard. Now, this is a stainless steel pick guard that we made in our shop.
Yeah, it's hard to photograph. but
It
it's
really,
badass.
really is. But yeah, it's like, so we've got, let's see, that's Ian Hill, Glenn Tipton, where is, I think that's Halford. No, that's Halford right there.
Yep.
That's Scott Travis. Let's see, Andy Sneap's on here somewhere, I think. I know that Richie Faulkner is too. I think that's Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to go to the person who, and we're going to frame it and we're going to make it all pretty and stuff like that. You know, both Glenn and Tipton played Kaler's.
Early on, yeah.
Yeah. Did I say both Glenn and Tipton? Both Glenn and KK
Yeah.
played Kaler's early on, but KK would bounce between Kaler and Floyd, whereas Glenn was just like, nope, strictly Kaler from here on out.
I really wished I'd have had my one taken care of in '83. I'd probably still have my Pacer.
Well, I tell you what, it's never too late. What was is it Bob Seger who said, "Come back, baby, rock and roll never forgets"?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I tell you what, shut off the camera and I'll show you some prototypes.